There we go. How we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy. I'm Will, and today we're getting it previewed. We're continuing the preview. Now, the crowdfunding campaign, of course, is over for Echobound Adventures, but I'm having fun with this. I'm going to keep going as long as the publisher doesn't tell me to stop. I'm talking to him in chat just to make sure of something, specifically about the missions. Like, how do you know when to stop, right? What is the end? Do you just, when you run out of missions, when you run out of quests, whatever? And they basically said, no, you can keep playing the missions as long as it doesn't tell you to archive them. You can keep playing the quests as long as it doesn't tell you to archive them. So it's kind of an infinite replayability. He basically said forever. Now, the campaign said it was 16 hours-ish total to complete everything. And I imagine there's got to be some kind of story conclusion, because right now we are going through, we're trying to, from the last playthroughs, I'm feeling like we've got to get these villages together. So of course, let's go ahead and go over with the quests and the things that we have gotten out in front of us. We may have to read some flavor text as well. As always, we're zoomed out quite a bit. Game does take up a little bit of room, and things may shift as we go. Unfortunately, I can't zoom out any further, so our map can't get too big. Although I think last time I let my map get way too big because I wanted to find that last village and we had to do an emergency extraction. So with that said, we are doing the Investigate Zalethi. The unusual tremors in Zalethi continue to intensify. It may be a sign of impending calamity. B, which is having us read 05, wants you to log everything you can to explore Zalethi. Something must point to the source of the tremors. I want to feel like I read 05 already. That would probably be something that would be nice, would be to, on your game, when you get it, probably put like a little sticker or dot. Bureaus of Exotic Energies. Director, Drake fan, maybe I haven't read this one. We'll read it again. Why not? New people might want new stuff. Directed by Dr. Fan Yi Wu, the Bureau of Exotic Energies, aka B, or the Bees, focuses on identifying and studying anomalies, mystical forces, unstable energy fields across the echoes. While the public sees Penrose's breakthroughs as in medicine and agriculture, B operates largely out of sight. Their primary headquarters, known internally as the Hive, hums with diagnostic arrays, resonance chambers, and containment vaults built to measure and isolate volatile phenomena. The Bureau specializes in mapping out the effects of thalmic energy to better understand the inter-echo energy dynamics and determine how such forces may be safely harnessed. By analyzing the dimensional data, they locate anomalies, track thalmic fluctuations, and refine breach technology for more accurate travel between echoes. Though most of their work is lab-based, select Bees accompany teams of stewards into the field when the real-time readings or anomaly containment is required. Dr. Wu's passion lies in unraveling the deeper architecture of existence through precise energy mapping of the echoes. Brilliant and exacting, she views the multiverse as a grand equation waiting to be balanced. Every surge of thalmic energy, every distortion, a variable to be measured and understood. Though her pursuit of cosmic symmetry is relentless, she insists that clarity of thought begins with ritual discipline, including the meticulous preparation of what she maintains is the perfect cup of coffee. I remember the cup of coffee thing, but now I'm confused if I read all that, because a lot of that did sound familiar, yet not familiar. I was looking at the back to make sure there weren't any flavors on the back of them 2 quests, but those were from, I did these 2 quests because I did unlock these 2 last time, and I know Mike, he did 2 of the other quests that I have available. I'm like, let me show 2 other quests off. Again, spoilers, if anybody's watching at this point, it's spoilers, but the game's going to deliver in a year, you'll probably forget, and you're probably not watching me anyways at this point. All right, so we did divvy up our Moxie and resources. Unfortunately, we are starting with a lot less. We only have 2 and 2. And then we have 3 resources, so I split those 1 and 2 because Cordelia goes out and does all of our exploration for us, so I figured she's going to need the resources sooner. All right, now we do get to explore 6. This is our first one. I forget what this is. Yeah, I forget what this is, but let's go ahead and make it so we can get to it pretty easy. And we'll go ahead and put our first wild boar right there. Right here. Caveat for anybody who hasn't seen one of the previous playthroughs, this line is a error. That line's not supposed to be there for dangerous terrain. 2. So we have water that we can't, we can cross. There's a stone bridge that we can go over. And there's a pig on the other side. We need the pigs. I feel like we need the pigs. What's the quest? The wild boar aren't native to the Zalethi, and Yimwa has asked you hunt them down. After defeating a wild boar, you may place an objective marker on your placard instead of receiving its reward. Deliver, while at location J, Garnet Top Village, if you have 2 objective markers. Okay, so we just need to kill 2 of them. Orc Brian, hi, I did back the game, really enjoying OS titles. Do you like the game? Yeah, I would have to say I'm liking the game so far, Brian, because if I wasn't, I wouldn't be on my 3rd playthrough right now, right? I wouldn't be continuing this every week. I said at the beginning, you probably missed the introduction. I'll keep trying this until they tell me to give the game back to somebody. But yeah, I'm enjoying this. I do have Stone Saga, but that's a little bit more complex to get through. I feel like I need to dedicate a day, some brain power for that. Whereas this is, not to say autopilot, but it's a lot easier. It's more casual exploration game. So that's 2. So we gotta do this 6 of these. There's our maze. I forget what the maze gave us. There's danger all around the maze. Again, doesn't matter for Cordelia. She can go through the danger. But I hate to trap myself in with a bunch of danger here. Let me put that up there. Put that up there. I forget what the maze gave me. It gave me an item, I think. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's just a path. So I guess we'll go this way, but it does bring us a crewmate. So it's 4, 5. Oh, actually I can't. I gotta turn this around. Sorry. Just realized that. All right, we'll put that one there. It gives us an event and another crewmate. And then what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 more. Last one. 6. H. I do not remember H. Oh, it's the one of the villages, but it's not the one we want. We need J. That is not the village we're looking for. I'm going to do a better job of trying not to do the danger. Last playthrough, I was just kind of willy-nilly putting everything out where I wanted them, and it was very hard for me to get back and forward to places, or at least with Bill, without having to roll the danger dice, which then caused my threat to go stupid. So that is that. All right, so investigate Zalethi. Experience after you extract or a crisis begins. We gain 1 experience per 3 unmarked events. So we need to find a bunch of events again, which is good and bad. We're still doing the pirates. The pirates are out. They are trying to steal goods. Extract restriction, a captain cannot be in play. Threat, when it's at max, we're going to do a random plot 2. I did take Ruthless Aggression out because I already played that one. Again, it's still random. You're supposed to, same as the missions, everything else, you can choose any one. But I wanted to try a different one this time. That way, again, show more off of the game for those interested. Down here, we have our, or these achievements that we've gotten. So we do have our fade. There's a couple villages that needed the fade. We have the Golden Pot Glyphs from our junkyard. We have the Essence of Murik, and we have the Zalethi Quake. And then we have this girl carving icon as well. This is an item, but it's really just counted for that icon. I think that's it. I think we're ready to go. All right. All right, so we don't know what that quest is. I forgot to befriend Malac Vale. Arthur has tasked you with delivering supplies to Malac Vale to help them out. Deliver a gift while at Malac Vale L. Spin 2 to read 50. That's H. So again, that is not the village we need for either one of our quests. That sucks. This time I did put these purple stands on the bottom to maybe help you guys see them. I didn't know how easy they were to see. Mainly because he is green. I feel like he blends in. All right, so I guess the first thing we need to do is attack that boar. So we're going to use Bill's first ability to charge in here to do our attack. Now, we entered his space, so we do have to still roll the danger die, which does cause us to take 1 damage. Yep. But our charge, now we're going to do a fight action. So for our fight action, we get 2. And then he gets 1. And we need to do a 3. Yeah, that's fine. So that's 1, 2 because of our ability, but I do have to take a damage. So I gotta kill him, so we're gonna go ahead and do it again. So that is 3, 4, so that's enough, but we do also increase our threat. That was a lot just for one little old 4. All right, so we did that. So we are going to, let me get a marker you guys can see. The green, now you can't see green, I'm green. I guess the gray ones? All right, you guys can see that? Maybe, maybe not. Because this is a prototype, you have a limited number of types of monsters. I think this is how it is, right? I think there's 1 native beast per location, and then there's 1 set of monsters per location. I haven't gone back through the Kickstarter to look, David, but it seems like that way. Now, again, this location, you could play this location again with different guys, I think. Right? I can play this location, the other location with these guys, right? You can mix and match those to change it up. All right, so my second action, this is a free action. So we'll go ahead and gain that Moxie. I probably should have just spent the Moxie. This is Sight Eye. I'm just getting rid of this box. I said that last week and I left the box the entire time. Or did I eventually get rid of it? I can't remember. I think I eventually got rid of it. So Sight Eye, Ruby Runestone. Ruby Runestone. Ruby Runestone, a large runestone towers over you atop a wide stone base. Thalmic energy pulses steadily from the runestone, bathing the area in a warm red glow. So I can study it. If this is unmarked, I can do a check and I gain 1. So I gain experience. And I'm going to do what is that? Agility check. My agility's not the greatest, but it's a check 4. I think I'll let her do that because I don't want to fail. So we're going to go ahead and charge again. So we're going to charge in here. We do have to roll danger die, and we take another damage. Holy cow. All right, this time I will spend a Moxie to roll an extra die. And what we got? Oh, that's plenty. Plenty. So we're good to go for our quest. We're good to go. Good to go. 2 boars down. All right, so that was my second action. Third action, I could cross the dangerous terrain. Or I could cross, I mean, this is either way is dangerous terrain. If I go across the bridge, it's dangerous. I reveal this location though. This way I have to do this event. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. So we can move up to 2 locations. 1, roll the danger die. That sucked. So in. Oh no, that's right. I can only reveal on a location I stop on. So I guess I'll just say I'm stopping on this location. JKLM. Maybe I can do what's on this location. In Endless Pond, you come upon a rushing waterfall that cascades down into a pond. Somehow the pond never seems to fill. Investigate for 3. He's not bad on that. And then read 122. He's not bad on that. We'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to do 2. And then 1 die for our check. Go ahead and use a Moxie that we just got to do a 3rd one. 1, 2, 3. We needed a 3 and no bad stuff. We're good to go. If I had to choose between this and Stone Saga, I'd choose Stone Saga. I think this is more sense of discovery and progress in it. Oh, more sense of discovery and progress. Yeah, because of the crafting and the building and all that stuff. Yeah. But again, I think it takes a little bit more brain power than I have sometimes at 9 o'clock at night. All right, so we do get to read 122. There's less story, I think, too. I think that's another key difference, right? With Stone Saga, you're not reading that often. It's really just when you complete your quests. A story revealed. Meluel appears after the last ritual. Was she always there? You show her the recordings. Incredible, she says. These passages describe moments in... 122. I'm about to say, that has nothing to do with a waterfall, Will. 122. See, David, I told you my brain shot. I can't even tell the difference between 112 and 122. Yeah, Stone Saga is definitely a heavier game. Although, I don't know why. I think I told you this before, David, and I've mentioned it, is like my playthroughs go way longer than everybody else's for pretty much doing the same chapter. I don't know why. I figured, oh, it's live streaming. No, like, Steve from Co-op Guild does live streaming. Monkey business. You gave deep into the pond, but you can't see the bottom. A reflection on the surface catches your eye, however. When you look up and see a scarlet-haired monkey filling a canteen on the far side of the pond. It corks the canteen, gives you a sly wink, and leaps into the jungle canopy before you can react. Gain 1 experience. Goody, goody, goody. Gain milestone 85. I like milestones. I said achievements earlier, but I guess they're called milestones. There we go. We got us a monkey. You spied a scarlet monkey filling a canteen at the edge of the endless pond. He disappears afterwards. You wonder if anyone in the jungle knows much about him. Got us the monkey. 221, 121, and 212. Guess which? And then read 123. There we go. Hey, Wanderer Gamer. Thank you for the subscription. 123. The water should be safe, but you test it with your field analysis kit. The results are inconclusive. You hesitate for a moment to consider your options. Archive Endless Pond, F49, and replace it with Site 86. All right. Which is right after the last one I've got, which works out good. So, Endless Pond. The water shimmers with an almost magical twinkle. The monkey drinks here, though. So how bad can it be? So I can choose to drink, and I read 124. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. All right. Archive view. Archive view. I moved my dividers this time, so hopefully I don't mess up my dividers anymore. All right. So, I'm out of action, so he will not be able to do that on this turn. And our friends are going to probably come visit us. So, her first action, we're going to go ahead and do... Actually, sorry. No, she gets to... When she explores... Well, yeah, I'm going to spend an action. She explores, she gets to basically move for free. So we're going to explore 2. Because I gotta find my villages. Montezuma's Monkey Revenge. This was 1. Yeah, L. We need L. So get rid of you. Alright, I need to make this easy to get to, though. I should say easier. Because we can kind of walk around this way. Alright, this goes on the bottom. Alright. You know this is what we need. For this, and she has the 2 supplies, but I wanted her to do this to get this experience. She gets 1 free movement. That's fine. We're going to do the free movement. When she does her free movement, she doesn't have to do her danger die, so that works out for me. She'll go ahead and pick that up, and we will get L. The Malac village allows us to heal our willpower. Ooh, and we have this. We get to do 2 things over here. So, first thing we're going to do is, should we befriend them or read 107? I don't know which one's more important at this point in time. Let's do this one first, I guess. So we'll do 107, which is to read because we have the fade, which is basically going to have us ask about the fade. I would imagine. 107, Fractured Unity. You ask High Priestess Malway and her daughter Yolway what they know about the Fade. The Fade is part of the Spirit's plan, says Malway. It has always been. Her brow furrows, though it has been affecting more and more children recently. I celebrated my age day last week, so I am safe from the Fade now, Yolway says. Sadly, Malway continues as she puts a gentle hand on her daughter. It has been out of rhythm since the other villages lost faith in the Eternal Spirit. We pray every day to restore unity and balance. Malway looks you over. Do you feel presence of the spirits? When you admit you do not, she says, you must visit her shrine. The spirit is strongest there, and perhaps you can connect with her. I will show you. Game location 72. We got a new location. And place it face down in the middle of the deck. Right about there, maybe? Archive Malac Vale 71 and get 73 instead. Basically, it's so we can't read that thing again. All right. And that's it. So we have a fractured unity. Why did I put that up? I need it for my quest. So basically, it's the exact same thing that it was before. Was it 9? Was that the same 9? Yeah, I was checking if that was the same. It was. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and deliver the gift. So it's going to use spin 2 to read 50. 45, 50. A warm welcome. You must stay for tea, Malway exclaims. What manner of host would I be if I did not repay the generosity of the gifts you brought? Malway leads you into her hut, and the sweet yet earthy scent embraces you inside. When you sip the tea, your eyes widen in delight as its complex flavors. I'm glad that you're enjoying my special blend, Malway says with a smile. Please take a packet with you to share with any tea lovers. Gain item 02, the tea. The tea. It should be coffee. Odd that he says it should be coffee. Zalethi tea. After this expedition, read 56. Okay, so after we're done, we get to read 56. I got to remember that, though. How do I remember this? Let's put it... well, we'll put it in place of this quest. So I remember to do that. All right, we completed the quest. We do get 1 experience for that. It hasn't told me to archive that yet, though. Read 51. A child's cry. You thank Malway for the tea and hospitality and make your way back to the village. As you reach the broken stone wall, you hear a child crying back by the village garden. Choose the steward you are playing. We are playing Cordelia. Cordelia, 54. Be at peace. You hear the child calling from above and find her in a tree. Help, she cries. Someone, anyone. The desperation in her voice strikes a chord in your heart. You deftly scale the tree and sit with her until she is brave enough to follow your lead and climb down. How did you do that, blindfolded? The child asks. You teach her some simple centering techniques. I am one with nature, the girl intones as she hugs the tree. You hear Malway clear her throat behind you. You truly do care for the people of the jungle, she says. I shall tell the other village elders that the soul of the eternal spirit resides in your heart. She pauses. Some might still need time to warm up to strangers. Before you leave, Malway recites a prayer to you. A warmth fills your body. Did she give you a blessing? All stewards gain 1 moxie. Well, that's good stuff. And heal 1 mind, but neither one of us have to heal our mind. Complete an archive. Befriend the Malac Gale quest. Right. Okay, so now it's going to tell me to archive it. Stone Saga has less mystical, which fits my taste. That's just because I don't think we've gotten to that part yet. That's because I don't think we've gotten to that part yet. And I don't know if all the worlds have that. Like this particular world, they have that spiritual connection that they're doing. I don't know if all the worlds would be that or like that or not. All right, so I can go up to this other village for free, or not for free, but I could spend 1 to go up there. I could explore to go up there. It's kind of the same. So we'll go ahead and spend 1 moxie to do another explore, which gives us 2. There's our hut that heals us. There's a village. All right, or a boar. The thing is, I need this. The healing is nice, but this healing's not much better than this, and I have to spend goods to do it. And I need events. I hate to say it, I think I'm going to keep the event. So I need how many? I get 1 per 3 events. So I think we're going to go with the event. Now, where do I put it? See, if I put it here, then I'm definitely going to have to go out of my way to get to it instead of there. I might do that anyway, so I think I'm going to do that. So then she's going to take a free shift action after her explore. which then we get stopped because of the event. Also, let's make sure we put a little piggy out there. Tangle Ivy. You snag your arm despite the tangle in a dense tangle of vines. The rough leaves cling to your skin. After pulling your arm free, you notice a dark red rash spreading across your skin. You apply a soothing salve from your med kit, but the itch only intensifies. As you fight the urge to scratch, you hope the med techs at Centerpoint can help you when you return. Keep this card until the end of the expedition. Reduce your... Oh, my max health is now 7. Oh, that wasn't good. All right, and so it says we keep this till the end, so we'll just tuck this under so we know. There's nothing to read, it's just, I guess, just a reminder that that's a thing. All right, that is that. I'm going to stop flipping these over until it's actually my turn. I was doing that before, and I think that might have been throwing me off sometimes. Did you drink the monkey water? No, that's Bill. Bill's up there with the monkey water. Bill is with the monkey water. All right. All right, so what do we got? We got the square. Panicked fauna. Place a wild boar in all spaces with a with a token. This one has a token still. None of the other ones have tokens. Then move all wild boar up to 2 spaces toward base camp A. 1, 2. 1, 2. If one enters your space, roll a die and lose health. Okay, so we're gonna went through his space. Nope. Went through her space. Nope. All right, good to go. Unfortunately, this is one thing in the rule book. It doesn't say that like you take damage, and even like here, it doesn't say that you would do the threat. But in the Kickstarter comments, they said it does. Although I don't remember if it's an actual person collaborator or if it was just like a random person who's played the game. So that's how I played last time. All right. Next, Captain appears nearby, eyes fixed on your breach equipment. Every step they take is calculated, and it's clear they intend to claim what you've gathered. Place a random captain. Place a random captain. Where'd you go, captain? In the space of the store with the most goods. So that's going to be here. Activate each foe. So he's going to activate. He went over terrain, so he's not going to actually do anything. This one I can send either way, so I'm going to do it what's best for me, which is down that way. The boars don't do anything, so then we have to activate him. He attacks for 1. Instead of rolling a black die when attacking or being attacked, treat each die as having rolled. Oh, so I don't roll a die, basically. It just says that for each die I would roll, it's just considered a hit. So he just automatically hits. That sucks. Although it does help Bill, because that means no matter what I'm rolling, I get a +1. There's a survival trick where you absorb suspect water through your skin if dehydrated and diarrhea is at risk. Really? Huh. Oh, because then your skin would filter it. I've not seen that on Naked and Afraid. I don't know if anybody's ever tried that. All right. So we're good there. All right, so Bill can do this as a group. So I think we will go ahead and do that first. So we're going to attack for 2, spend 1 for 3. Now, we would have to roll 1 die, because this is my primary, and he's just being grouped with my primary. But I don't roll this. This automatically is a hit. Or a hit to me and a hit to them. So I need to do 6, 7, 8. All right, so it's 1, 2, 3. I took 1 damage. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that was enough, but I do have to take 2 more damage. So And that goes ahead and eliminates him. And doesn't eliminate him, unfortunately. But at least tags him. I cannot do that again. Cannot do that again. So we're going to have to get down. We're going to have to get down here and here, I think. So we will charge first. No, that's not in my adjacent zone. I still have to get over this stupid river again. All right, so we will. Ooh, this is hard. I guess before I go, I better do this test. Right? Or no, this wasn't a test. This was just a read by drinking. Nah, I don't want to risk it. All right. Although maybe if I drink it, maybe it heals me. Oh, yeah, let's read it. Let's let's do it. This may be a very quick stream because this emergency evacuation may happen quicker than we think. You drink it. The water is light, refreshing, and thoroughly quenches your thirst with a single sip. After a few moments, however, a searing pain spreads across your forehead. Quick check, strength 1. Yeah, that's not a problem for him. If you're successful, read 125. Scared echoes. As your head clears, your vision distorts into a series of geometric patterns. One space in particular, a circle within a circle, imprints on your eyes. From its sides, you see waves of energy pulsating and distorting everything around it. They remind you of echoes. You struggle to make sense of it all. Quick check 2. Ooh. Well, at least it's on this side. Failed that one. If successful, 126, otherwise 128. Fail. You awaken in a cold sweat on the ground next to your endless pond. A thick fog fills your head, and you're unsure if it was, if any of it was real. You can't shake the feeling that the pond was trying to show you something about your future. Lose 1. Oh, well, that's not good. Look at the top 2 cards of the event deck. Place them back on top or bottom in any order. All right. There are no other tricks like letting water settle to pour off the clear top, filter through sand and charcoal, boil it. If you have clear container, you can also use sunlight. See if I get stranded on an island, David's got to come with me. So the ghost child. We don't have that milestone or ghostly guide. I think it's the exact same. This one, the difference, we get to at least move 1. Sure. They're the exact same. All right. So now we are going to sprint out of here. So we're going to go 1, 2. Which does cause us to have to roll 1 for crossing. That's not good. And then 1 for entering his territory. All right, well, that one's not so bad. And then we're going to have to... We'll go ahead and do the charge. Oh, I forgot to gain his reward. Sorry. Should have gained his reward. We're going to go ahead and charge in here. We're going to spend a moxie. So we get to roll 3. And he's rolling 2. This was probably a bad idea, Will. Probably. That was a horrible idea. How about I didn't do that? How about I didn't do that? We're going to say I didn't do that. Instead, we're going to say we spent that moxie to move in there, and we spent that to heal. That's what we're going to say we did. I'm not ending the stream that early. I'd have to reset all this, and then yeah, we're not going to do that one. So we'll be back at 6. Frodo, hey, I'm very excited to get this. As long as it's not dry tortugas down your way with no fresh water. So we just did some timey-wimey shenanigans. Steve shenanigans. The good timing in this video, so I wasn't distracted by Steve shenanigans. Well, you get my own, Frodo. You get my shenanigans. So some timey-wimey shenanigans happen there. Again, we're in this weird echo thing. Weird things happen to where you thought he charged in there, but he didn't. He just walked in there. Oh, I wasn't going to end the stream that early. No, no, no. That's 30 minutes. 30-minute stream death. My emergency evacuation would have netted me one whole experience. All right. So she gets to go now. So I think I'm going to do her normal, what I always do. I'd always explore, spend a moxie, so I can do 2, because we're still on the lookout for my other village. So, this is the other runestone. This gives us an event, which we need for experience. So I guess I don't think I need the runestone right now. It's the easiest way for me to get, there we go. Do it that way. All right. And then she gets to move for free. Go ahead and move her down here. We know it's the little kid. A ghostly guide. Move 1, so we're just going to move her right back. Then lose 1, so she's down to 9. I could choose these other things. I'm not going to choose those other things. Just the way it is. All right. Which worked for me. So, let's go ahead and... I don't necessarily want to go through there. I don't really want to go through there. Yeah, we're still trying... We need to find Garnet Top Village, J. So since we need to find that, I'm going to go ahead and explore again. Go ahead and spin her Moxie again. There it is. Oh, we needed to do this too. Oh, that sucks. That's going to go down on the bottom. That's fine. We got this. Unfortunately, she's not the one that needs to get there. So I'm actually going to put this down here for him. Yeah. All right, and then she gets to move 1 for free and not have to worry about this, but she does have to worry about him. That is not good. Threat goes up. All right. Next action, she's going to move, yeah, Moxie back. Unless we got H. I'm trying to remember, H was the other village, right? Yeah, H is the other village. I don't remember what this village did. Lapis Crag Village. This one... Directions. Draw 2 locations, play 1, put the... Okay, so it's what she does anyways with what I've been doing with her Explore. And if we have this heart-looking symbol thing, which we don't, then we can read 92. Let me move these somewhere else, because really I don't need these in my way right now. We'll put it over here. You guys don't need to see those, right? That way I can make more room for my village. There we go. All right. Heal, spin 2 to heal for each. Well, she doesn't have anything to heal with. So... guess for her last action, we'll just do what we've been doing. We'll just keep exploring, I guess. Oh, I can do directions, which means I don't have to spin a Moxie. Yeah, we'll do the directions. Gain 2. There's another event. How many events have we done? 1, 2. So we need a third one. This one is where we first met that girl. We've never gone back in there, though. So, and this is not an explore action, so I won't get my free movement. Which kind of sucks. Let's go ahead and we'll put it there. Yeah. Need this for experience. I I do like the fail forward, how this game does it. Oh, yeah. Toss a ring in the air while watching Frodo's eyes. Yeah, the game, you never really fail, right? You do still get to go into your next quest. And I mentioned at the beginning, Frodo, because I had to ask about this, was the missions and the quests don't get archived unless it tells you to. So you can actually keep going back for the same mission, really, per se, because the missions themselves are really just going to determine the bad things that happen to you with the scheme, and then how you gain experience. So in this particular case, I'm gaining experience from the event tokens, whereas in the last game, I gained experience for, I think, every 5 tiles I had out. All right, well, that's that. So now, speaking of schemes and twists and stuff. All right, we got a triangle. Thalmic dilation. If there are more than 3 tokens, there are currently 2, then we increase the threat by 1 now. Then place a token on up to 2 unmarked event icons. It says up to 2. So again, this is if I want to get more experience. Yeah, why not? Live dangerously, Will. Live dangerously. All right. Now, the Raiders are coming. Is this a precious game? My precious. No, that's the Ascension Lord of the Rings that's up on GameFound. I did ask them to play, but they didn't really have, I don't think they even had the prototype ready until Gen Con. And I think Alex is the only person that's gotten the prototype because he did a playthrough. I'm still backing it, although I played Ascension on the app and it's like, seems very boring. Like I've not lost yet. The only thing I haven't played is multiplayer with it. But it seems like I buy the most expensive card, I win. Brash's Raiders emerge with very specific plunder in mind. Every second counts if you hope to protect this world's valuables. Activate each foe. Well, yeah. He luckily only waddles once. So he's coming down. That doesn't do anything. This one attacks me for 2. Nothing happens. No other foes. Place a crewmate and in 2 different locations. Furthest from base camp. 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. All right. It's rare. When you play My Precious solo, you disappear from the world while playing. All right. Well, that is what has happened. Get our events back. All right. So she is currently in a space with a bad guy, and these bad guys are going to start to do stuff. So, picking up supplies is a free action. Collect. Yep. So she gets this. We'll go ahead and have her attack. Why not? So we'll have her attack. Spin the Moxie to get an extra die. Because these are weak die. Right. He's only got 2 hit points, though. Only got 2 hit points. 1, and we take 1 damage. We need 1 more. Come here, you. All right, that works. 3 more. Yeah, why couldn't I do that the first roll? Why couldn't I do that the first roll? That was her first action. Gain a Moxie or a supply. I'm gaining Moxie. All right. We're going to... We actually don't need to explore. Really, all we need to do is take out this captain we can extract. This is going to be like a 45-minute game, I think, tonight. If I continue this. That was my experience when I played Civilization computer game back in the day. It was like a time machine. Start playing in the morning and realize you missed 3 meals and your friend's going to sleep. Yeah. I want to complete more stuff, like get more of these, I guess. Sure, why not? All right, so she can move for free by doing her explore action. Oh, but I'm not looking for anything anymore. I'm not going to waste her Moxie anymore for now. We're just going to do a single card. That is the other runestone thingy. Where do I want to put it? Right over here. Now, the only bad thing about these events is if I leave them out, that can happen. All right. So, that was her second action, right? Yeah. And she gets a free movement. So we're just going to have her move over here. She doesn't have to worry about the terrain because of her sixth sense. That gives us our third. Oh, hang on. Oh, for each unmarked. Oh, dang it. I shouldn't have put these on there. It says on up to. I don't have to put those out. I'm not putting those out. Holy cow. Why did I do that? That was stupid. It says up to 2. 0 is up to 2. Why would you want to put those out there? I think I'm wondering if they're going to change the wording of that to say that you have to do it on 2. Right now it says place a token on up to 2. I'm going to do 0. Like, why would I want to cover those? I mean, the events sometimes I guess are helpful, but usually they're not. Okay, either way, she went in there for this event. Lose 2, which we knew was happening because we had seen this event. Yeah, and we still don't have the anchor. I don't know where the anchor is. All right. Let's have Bill go just in case bad things happen. So first, let's go ahead and have him heal. I'll put him back up to 9. We'll go ahead and have him... We'll use a Moxie to... what's that again? Shift over here. We do have to roll the terrain. Nothing happens. Then we do get to do J. While at location J, yay! 2 objectives. Read 100. Yeah, I mean, I used to be real big in computer games. I got out of it after a while, and then after that, I was doing video games, and it's hard to do video games now with a little one. So until she starts playing with me. Successful hunt. The Garnet Top villagers cheer at the wild boar carcass and begin butchering it. You watch in awe and try to learn as much as you can. Yinwal hangs a bone necklace around your neck. This is a hunter's medallion, she says. The spirit showed us how to create them. It will protect you on the hunt. Yinwal tells you the boar are upsetting the balance of the jungle. Kill them when you can and bring us their meat, she says. You ask if you can take a raw boar sample, and she agrees. Complete and archive these. Gain 4 copies. Ooh, here we go. 4 copies of Steward Skills 066 from the library. Add 1 to each steward. So we only need 2 because, well, we're only playing 2 players. Now, that's one thing I don't know. I don't know if you can actually switch out characters. I don't see why you couldn't, just to make the game more interesting. So far, nothing has really impacted my 2 characters, per se. All right, so we have 2 options. Hunter's Instincts. When you fight an environment foe, which is the wild boar, add a blue to your roll. Okay. When an environment foe attacks you, they roll 1 fewer die to a minimum of 1. Okay, but they only roll 1. So unless more foes are coming out at some point, that one doesn't seem helpful. I think we're going to do this. So the maximum you can have is 4 skills. It's the maximum we can have. What were we reading? 100. Gain item 11, boar sample. So, nope, I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah, it says a minimum 1. That's kind of useless on the boars. Now, again, I don't know, and it doesn't really say, like, if you go to, nope, that wasn't it. What sample? What was the sample? 21? Dang it. I'm not going to remember what all this is. Or sample. All right. After this expedition, read 101. I guess we'll put that up there too. We completed that quest. That gave us one more experience. Items. Archive. All right. So, completed that. Oh yeah, there should have been a marker here. When I put that down, I forgot to put the marker there. You have changed right there. I was so worried about actually getting there that I didn't set it up properly. Garnet Top Village. So this one, a resupply. We can gain. I can gain 1 moxie and 1 goods. This one wants that bone thing as well, which I don't have. So I guess we will. We got to defeat him. If we don't defeat him, then we can't extract. He's gonna come. I'm gonna let him come to me. So let's charge. Got that one too. Let's charge here. That's not good. And then we get to attack. So we get 2. What is he? He's only got 2 hit points. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I'm just going to do 2. I'm not going to spend any moxie on him. And that's 4, but I do take 1 damage. So he is gone. I can get a moxie or a good. So far, the goods aren't useful for me, so I'm going to gain a moxie. And then as my last action, he would come in here and then he would attack me because there's no treacherous terrain, so I'm not going to go in there. I could go over here and do another charge and attack that boar. Yeah, why not? I'm trying to think, is there anything else I'd want to do? I can't get over here. Well, I could move. I could go 1, 2. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do move. We'll go 1, 2. 1, 2. I do need to roll a die for going over the terrain. Oh, that is not good, Will. Holy cow, buddy. That and that. So we'll do the event first. A villager with a blanket slung over their back crosses your path. The pungent odor of mushrooms wafting out from the basket draws your attention. Seeing your interest, the foraging villager offers you some mushrooms. I can tell you where to find more if you like, they say. Gain 1 good. Quick check. Speech. To increase the goods by 1 for each success. So 1. And then explore. Oh, I like this event. Okay, so some events are good. Getting personalized ads on the net is like Sauron saying, I see you. Worse is when you get personalized ads for your wife on your account. That's even better. Like I did not talk about any of this. I've not seen this before. I don't want this. Oh, cute. This is new. It looks like some kind of stone man and he's crying water. We can put this over here with her. Oh, I can't cross water. Nope, don't want to put it there. We're going to have to go up. All right, which means we're moving the... I guess the dice tower is moving right there for now. Dice tower's right there. Remember to cover this up, Will. So Q, that's new. We've never been to Q. So we're definitely going to go to Q. I don't want to spend an action to do it. Now, it's better for me to always do an explore and then move her with my explore. All right, so we do have water. We won't be able to get to this event. I guess I really don't care. Oh, but it's another letter M. We might be able to get there up here, though. I don't know if we've been to M. So we've completed both quests. We can extract as soon as this dummy dies. Really freaky when it was only a verbal conversation you had near the computer. No, well, no, now it's your phone. It's listening to your phone. All right, so she gets 1 free move or 1 free shift. So she's going to shift here. Take the Moxie. We get Q. LMNOPQRSTUV. WXYNZ. All right, Q. Winds of grief. A large effigy of an eternal spirit stands before you. Water pours from its eyes to form a river that flows away from its feet. Waves of sadness and despair buffet you as you approach. Feels like generations of grief are pouring forth into the jungle. Lose 3. Ooh, that's not good. We're down to 4. You may discard a Moxie to reduce the amount for 1 for each one that you discard. We'll discard 1. I'm fine with discarding 1, so we'll put it back at 5. And then read 136. 138, 136. There we go. Breath of the Spirit. A gust of wind blows away the sadness. As it wanes, a soothing voice enters your mind. I wish to aid you, traveler, you hear on the breeze, but I need your help first. You look around and see no one. Is the spirit talking? Yes, replies the voice. I have been here always. I have tried to help, but you did not hear. The wind is my voice. It will show you the way. Gain event 92. 94, 93, 92. Gain event 90. Where are we at? Yeah. And shuffle it into the event deck. Okay, so we're going to shuffle you in. Then read 137. No! Would you like to watch freaking videos on your computer now? No. Well, we were in the car, and so the old G-word assistant is now replaced by the new G-word AI. And I don't know what I was saying during the driving, but the phone heard me enough to then come through the Bluetooth and was trying to talk to me, and I had to tell it go away. And it actually worked. It said go away. It says, okay, I'm gone. And it left. 137. Side by side. You must walk the length of the river in Bezi, flowing from my weeping effigy, the voice on the wind tells you. I shall be at your side the entire way. As the wind abates, your resolve deepens. Gain 3 Moxie. 1, 2, 3. All right. Gain quest 23. Ooh. New quests. We like new quests. Gain quest. Oh, 223. About to say, none of these start with 0. Right, so we got us a new quest. Archive Grief Wind Site Event F52. Replace it with Site 93. Get in the box. 93? 93. Weeping Effigy. Tears from the effigy of the eternal spirit form the river in Bezi, which flows away from its feet. Receive blessing. If this is unmarked, gain 3, then mark this card. If you have this moon, looks like a moon symbol, we can read 139. We do not have a moon symbol. So the Mbezi River, Jungle Spirit spoke to you and asked you to walk the length of its river. Walk, while at a location Q, Weeping Effigy, if there's 5 locations with rivers connected to it, move to the farthest connected location from it, and then read 138. That's kind of neat. Those ads popping up make you realize why apps are free and you're paying for them with your info. Yeah. I'm amazed that ad revenue pays out as much as it does, with so many people blocking them and ignoring them and you know, basically tuning them out nowadays. I'm just shocked that ad revenue could still pay so well that people basically, well, maybe it doesn't pay so well, and that's why there's so many ads on like most pages and things you go to nowadays. All right, so we have one last one. We can receive the blessing, which basically gives us 3 Moxie. We don't need 3 Moxie. She'll need to be here in order to leave. I think we'll go ahead and use this. We'll go ahead and spend a Moxie this go round. Again, I'm not searching for anything specifically in here. Ooh, W, that was new. We didn't get to do W. And then P, I don't know if we did P last time either. So, P, Oh, actually, I can get into P for free. Yeah, I can get in here for pretty much nothing because this is all connected around, so I can go around. So it's still in the same tile. And then she gets to shift for free, puts her in here. And then that shift, I went the exact opposite direction I wanted to go. Hang on. We want to be closer to home, not further away, Will. So let's move you over here. Put you here. How do I put it so it doesn't cost me so much to get out of here, though? Yes. Yeah. All right. Put her there. She's going to pick that up because she went in there. This little guy is going to be her new friend. We get P. Elemental P. Elemental P. All right. Abandoned camp. This camp appears to have been abandoned many years ago. Investigate. Do a check with the light, which is one of our weakest ones. On a 4, we read Z34. Now, the thing is, you can keep doing this check because it's not a quick check. So we'll see. We'll see, I guess, on the next turn. All right. We got the circle. Trimmer. All stewards quick check. Agility 2. If successful, do good things. If unsuccessful, do bad things. All right. So quick check. Agility 2. I'm just going to have to roll now. He passed. Gain a moxie. And then her agility is actually better. She got a 3. So she passed. So she gets a moxie. Everybody gets a moxie. All right. This card. The enemies lash out with renewed force, but their goal is your gear, not your lives. Every strike is aimed to snatch supplies and equipment, leaving you scrambled and defending your equipment. Place a steward. I'll place the crewmate in any steward's space. Yeah, I'm not gonna put it up there. She's already got a friend. Activate each foe. So we'll move the guys first. So he's going to move one here. Move one here. He's going to activate against him for 2. Nothing. He's going to activate against her for 2. Nothing. That was kind of info. Each. Oh, wow. Okay, so each. On this particular one, each one would have doubled the number of hits they rolled when attacking. And stewards are attacked and lose an equipment instead of health. Okay, well, they didn't hit us at all, so the net result was 0. Unfortunately, you guys couldn't see the dice rolls anymore. Kind of out of room. Yeah. We're good to go then. I don't like this, though. All right, so I wish I could charge and take this other guy with him, but we just need to knock him out. So that's what we're going to do. Actually, I need to get her home first. Well, we want to do her stuff. So let's go ahead and do her first so we can check out this abandoned camp. Investigate. Do an investigate 4. We'll go ahead and use 1 moxie to add another lamp. Let me do that. I'll just take this off to make it easier for me. There we go. All right, so that is a hit. That is 2. So the hit goes to her willpower. So we're at 2 of 4. So let's go. One more. 3, 4, 5, 6. Why couldn't I roll that the first time? Like every time, her second roll is better than the first. Second roll is better than the first. All right. So abandoned camp. Read 134. 131. Search the camp. Rummaging through the camp, you find supplies and broken equipment marked with old Penrose logo. You also find a worn journal with initials WE. You radio Pippa to report your findings. She radios back. Centerpoint would like to see the journal, she says. They also recommend you fix the broken equipment so the camp can be used as a breach point. Gain 1 experience. And 2 supplies. Gain item 17 journal. Archive abandoned camp. F51. And replace it with site 90. That it? Okay. That is it. All right, so we have another. We get a second camp. Abandoned camp. This old Penrose camp can be used as a supply drop or breach point if you fix the equipment. Ooh, which means you won't have to go home. Ooh, we're gonna do that. Oh, we can't do that. We have to beat up that guy first, then we can do that. We need 4 equipment. We don't have 4 equipment. All right, so she's gonna do exactly that. She's going to attack. Oh no, he's in a different space. Oh, he wouldn't have attacked her. He would have activated, who would have gone up here. He wouldn't have attacked her, which didn't matter because it didn't do any damage anyways, but he is in her space. I forgot this. Hazardous terrain counts as 2 separate spaces. So he is in her space, so she can't attack. 3, use a Moxie for another dice, and he's rolling 2. Rolling. So 1, ooh, and she takes 2 hits. 1, 2. So we have hit him for 1. I gotta hit him 1 more time, so I guess we're going again. 2, 3. All right, we are good, but he does hit us for 1 more. He is gone. I get that extra supply. Go down to 3. We're gonna fix the equipment. We're gonna spend all 4. Read 135. 135, tricky fix. It takes more time than you'd ever admit to Pippa to fix the broken transmitter, but you finally get it working. You flip the switch and call it in. After a few minutes, Centerpoint establishes a connection and a breach opens. The camp receives its first resupply in who knows how long. Gain an experience. Gain 2 health, 2 willpower, or 2 supplies. Oh, I can't do all. She's the same on willpower and health, so I would have preferred to have been able to split it. All right, abandoned 90, and gain 91. 91, abandoned camp. You fix the equipment to this old camp so you can now use it to rest. So now we do have a recovery. Ooh, this is a much better recovery. Well, no, it's not. The only thing is this gives you is supplies. Whereas this one doesn't give you supplies. This heals less, that heals more. All right. All right. I've been doing all this reading. I didn't realize, like, I probably need to take a drink like an hour ago. That's a lie. I've only been streaming for an hour and 11 minutes. All right. So she has 1 more action. I don't think I want to move her because she can extract there. I just need to get him to defeat that. So what do I do with her last action? I guess we use her last action just in case something crazy happens to get her willpower back up. Sure. Why not? All right. So we are going to charge in there. Probably not the best idea. Probably not the best idea. Let's heal and then charge in. So we're going to move 2. 1, 2. We do have to roll for danger. Oh, that is not what I wanted. To prove to you guys that I'm not cheating. That happened. We're going to use our second action to heal to 10. Use our third action to charge. Unfortunately, that does mean we have to roll for the stupid little piggy. Piggy did nothing. Can I group the piggy? I think I can still group the piggy. But does the hunter's instinct... I'm fighting an environmental foe in the group. Did I still get to add that? Where's the rule book? Let me double check the grouping of attacks. When you fight, fighting, additionally, you may group any number of minions into the fight as well. They are not considered a minion, so no, I cannot do that. So that's fine. We're just charging him, which gives us 2. We will discard a Moxie for 3. Like I said, he automatically counts as a 1. But again, for me, that's good because this counts as a hit. So we need to do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So 4. That's 5, 6. I don't even need to roll these. We'll do it anyways. Oh, they're all misses. Oh, good thing I had that ability because holy, that was just 2 misses. That was crazy. All right, so he is gone. If I didn't have that ability, that would have just hurt. So I gain 1 and 1. He is gone now. He is gone. All right, I don't want this to happen. Because I don't want this to happen. Oh, extracting's an action. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I'm going to use that to shift. And we use this to extract. All right. So we get to extract. That's good. I don't know why my OCD kicked in on archiving those cards right there. All right. So we are going to extract. When we extract, after you extract or gain a crisis, gain 1 per 3 unmarked. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 unmarked. So we do get 1 more experience. Then we have to do all of this stuff. This goes away. I guess it goes back into the event deck. Yeah. All right. So let's read our extras. So after this expedition, read 101. 101. Boar sample analysis. Nelson Elder calls you into chorology. We have analyzed your boar sample, he says. After a thorough analysis, we are able to confirm that the Garnet Top villagers claim these beasts are not native to Zalethi. Nelson stares at the report, his brow furrowed, as if unwilling to voice the unawful truth. In fact, he says, finally, the Zalethi wild boar originated from an entirely different echo called Vale. They seem to have evolved quite quickly, mind you, from the much less aggressive breed found there. Nelson lets the gut punch sink in before following up. I'm authorized a new mission for you and your team in Zalethi. We'd like you to call the wild boar and bring back samples so that we can study how they evolved into these ravenous monsters. Archive boar sample, this one. You're going to get archived. Gain milestone 67. 67. All right. And gain mission 205. 212. 205. So we have a new mission. Invasive species. Yep. All right. And then invasive species. The village of Garnet Top, 07, we've already read that, claimed the wild boar suddenly appeared in the jungle in the same time the fate event went haywire. You collected a boar sample for chorology, 06, we've already read about them. To analyze the results, confirmed the wild boar are not native to Zalethi. In fact, they are an invasive species. You have been given permission to remove the boars on site. I thought we were doing that anyways. No! No drinking games for David. All right, so this will be for our next playthrough, I guess. We'll do the invasive species mission. Let's put you off to the side. Zalethi tea. The tea. It's going to have like hallucinogenic properties or something. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Nice brew. When you brew Malai's tea at center point, the aroma draws many to the break room. Eventually, Arthur arrives. Where did you find this wonderful blend? He asks, while downing the last cup. You explain it come from Zalethi. You must trade with the village to obtain more of this heavenly tea, Arthur demands. Archive the tea. Okay. Gain quest 209. So this was giving us more quests. Okay. It kind of makes sense. Kind of makes sense why it says read it at the end, because you can't do anything with these until next quest. So that is a new quest there. So the new quest, so negotiate while at an unmarked settlement. Check the talking one. Place an objective marker on this quest for each success. Then mark the settlement. Call in while at base camp if there are any objective markers on this quest. Read 57. So you really only need one success. Unless 57 is going to want us to have so many successes. Don't know. All right. And then the last thing we get to do is this. Good stream, Will. Thanks. Thanks, Frodo, for coming out. All right. So we were. Now I gotta mark this where we were because I still have not made a copy of this. So I know we did 24 because we had that last time, and I think we're at 18. That's as far as we've made it either direction. We have 6. So unfortunately, 6 isn't going to get us anything new. Because this is going to stop us. Because it'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 7. You're 1 short. That hurts. Did I miss any? I didn't miss any experience, right? I think I got it all. Oh, we're 1 short. So 3, 4, 5. Oh, we could do this one. Oh, we can do 20 because we have the notebook, right? Yeah, we have the journal. Oh, we can do 20. Okay. So let's mark that. That way you guys see I marked it because we get there. So 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I think these still cost 1 to do. I've been treating it that way. I know that Paul Grogan in the chat with the developers, he said that like these, if you need to pay, should have an icon on them as well to make sure. So we get to read 20. 20. The Penrose and Penrose. Ready? Arthur asks as he hurries down the corridor and stops at the door marked Martha Penrose Private. You hesitate, but Arthur throws it open. Welcome, Martha says, turning from a sparking experiment. Holy cow. Lab equipment around the room threatens to engulf her desk, with it cluttered with notes, books, and prototypes. The shocked look on your face as she makes her smile. Inside, quickly. Discovery doesn't wait. You step into the clear space just beyond the doorway, a small pocket of order in an otherwise restless room. Arthur hands her the WE journal. Ah, Martha says. Already opening it. Her eyes move quickly, not rushed, but precise. Yes, this is one of ours. A flicker of energy snaps behind her, but she doesn't turn. It's possible a scout was sent to Zalethi long before Division X, she continues. In those days, we were still learning how to breach and how much it would cost us. Many were lost. That is why we were more deliberate now and only send our best for the fieldwork, like you. She points at the initials. Sadly, I don't recall any of our people having the initials WE, she says. Talk to the bees or the choir. I don't handle the day-to-day. That's why I have directors. What I can do is funnel more supplies your way. Follow this thread wherever it leads. Arthur takes the journal from Arthur and escorts you out. I'll get this routed to the different divisions. Get back out there and see what else you can find. Archive the journal. Okay, bye-bye, journal. Gain event 09. So we have a new event. Surprise resupply. Archive base camp F07. No. Oh, base camp F07. Oh, that's our base camp, right? Yes. Our base camp, F07, and replace it with Site 10. Ooh, we get a new base camp. Interesting. Maybe not. I think that must be a typo. It's this. We have to get rid of F36. It's got to be, because this isn't a site. So this stays, because that makes sense. Why would you get rid of that? And you get rid of this. So now our base camp will give us 3 supplies, just like the other one will. Ooh, that's fun. All right. Yeah, so it tells us to find out more. So I guess... Oh, we did that with the abandoned camp, but, like, how do we find out more? Huh. Nothing else has, like, done anything else. Okay, well, that's what it is. Let's see if we get any of these. For Cordelia, we don't have any of those symbols. For the doctor, we're not playing the doctor, but we could do this if we had the doctor. Bill needs a intact notebook. This was not an intact notebook, right? No, see, this is a broken notebook, so we don't get to do that. The horns. See, I thought we were going to get the horns when we killed the boars. We did not. And then we don't have any of those symbols, I don't believe, either. Oh, no, we do have the horns. We do have the horns. That was the invasive species. I was about to say, I know we should have gotten the horns. So we can read Bill's story. 33 is Bill's story. Why did I'm going to page 33. 33. Feral tenacity. When Chirology finishes analyzing the wild boar tusk, you ask if you can keep one. You fasten it to your leather strap and wear it to dinner that night. As you tear into a rare porterhouse, Daichi picks at the salad of multicolored leaves and dried fruit. What, you ask when you catch him staring. Daichi points at your necklace. It suits you, my beefy buddy, he says. You can be quite the bore. He laughs at the joke while Andrea rolls her eyes. I like it, she says, setting the book down beside her and the food she's barely touched. The tusk has quite strength, just like you. It's fitting trophy. You glance at Cordelia, expecting a comment, but she's busy with a mouthful of noodles, seemingly oblivious. Then, as if on cue, she looks up and she explains. Everyone stares. What? You all say at once. Cordelia swallows, takes a breath. I said, a hard exterior often masks a fierce battle waging underneath. You laugh loud and genuine. Such depth from a young soul. She reminds you of your sister, which is the real reason you kept the tusk. It isn't a trophy, it's a reminder of the tenacity of those boars showed when fighting for their territory. You remember the way they charge without hesitation, protecting their own no matter the odds. It's kind of a certainty you understand. Your family is your territory and you're responsible for everything inside it. Your sister, your nephew. You'd never say it out loud, not to this group of knuckleheads you've been traveling with, but they're part of it too. Maybe that's what keeps you showing up for them, no questions asked. Gain Steward skill 22. Ooh, we get a new Steward skill for him. What's his new skill? What do we get? 22. All right. So, I wonder if all these are going to be new skills. So, we have thick-headed. As an action, we can shrug it off. I can reduce my willpower to increase my health at a 1-to-1. Okay. Brute force. Before you roll a check, you can spend a moxie to use your attack attribute rather than attribute. Well, duh. Those are my orange dice. Of course I'm going to do brute force. All right. I think that's all we can do. We can't unlock anymore. And we did that. So yeah, that is where we are at, guys. That is where we are at. So there we go. Hope everybody's enjoying this stream. I keep wanting to go back to it because it's fun and they gave me a new mission. Like I wasn't going to. If I didn't get another mission, I was going to be like, all right, well, that's fine. But they gave me a new mission. So now I kind of feel like I'm going to do it again next week. If you guys want to watch it, of course, let me know down in the comments and I will schedule that for next week. If you don't want to watch it, well, then don't show up. I'll probably do it anyways. Either way, tomorrow I got to schedule the stream for the afternoon. It's probably going to be Starcadia Quest, I think is what I decided on. And then Friday, I need to schedule another stream, and I think I said Solar Storm, or I might switch that around. I'll probably do Starcadia on Friday, Solar Storm on tomorrow. And then Friday evening, Audrey did say she wanted to play the Rocket Ranchers that I played earlier today. I'm not going to pick that up because the cards are not in. They'll go over. Either way, I played Rocket Ranchers earlier today. You guys can check it out. It's a small little set collection game. Probably play that Friday. If you have any suggestions for quick little 30-minute games to 45 minutes, maybe an hour game that I can do as my own time stream, always let me know down in the comments below. Most importantly, big thanks to David putting the Extra Life in there so I can tell you guys about it. Good reminder. We do support Extra Life charities all year long. You can always go down below, make a small donation. Even $1 helps the kids at Children's Miracle Network hospitals. If you want to donate a little bit more, well, we have a couple of incentives for you. Some impact the game and the gameplay, either help me or hurt me. Some allow you to get some free games that we're calling from our collection. Not every game's a bad game. It's just I can't keep all these games anymore. And most of the time I'm going to play them once on the stream, and that'll be the only time I ever play them again. So my overindulgence in buying games is your gain, and well, the gain for the kids at Children's Miracle Network, because you're going to make a small donation. 20 bucks. Not that much. Either way, guys, I appreciate everyone for coming out. Thanks again. Had fun playing this. Like I said, I plan to play it again next week. But again, let me know in the comments if you don't want to see any more of this. If you feel like I'm spoiling way too much, let me know. Till next time, guys. Peace.